A question from Jay Hustler. Will street-based sex workers be required to obtain a permit following the planning scheme changes to support the decriminalisation of sex work? There are no requirements to obtain any permits or permissions from Council for street-based sex work. They are not proposed to be regulated under Council's planning scheme, but there are some restrictions under the Act as to where they can legally operate. There is information in the officer report that is to be considered at item 1.2 of tonight's agenda. Point 7 of the recommendation provides a high-level summary of where street-based sex work is restricted from operating and clarifies that any enforcement may be required and is the responsibility of Victoria Police. Further to that, these provisions are based on changes from the state government. Question from Noah DeWin. Were sex workers consulted in the recommendation in response to the planning scheme changes to support the decriminalisation of sex work? In 2019, the Victorian Government asked Reason Party leader Fiona Patten to head a review to make recommendations for decriminalising sex work in Victoria. Following this, the Sex Work Decriminalisation Bill was passed on the 22nd of February 2022. There is information on the bill and the process at the Victorian Government website. It mentions that a review consulted with a range of stakeholders which included sex workers and sex worker peer organisations. As this was a state government-run process, we do not have access to the information or the involvement in the process and the decision that differs to what is available to the general public.